Oh, shoot. Okay. No, my mama called. That's why. And I didn't have my do not disturb on. So that's what happened with that. Anyway, so the young dude said, "Oh my God, you changed my life." He said, you changed my life and stuff." He said, "Because of you, I became a better person and I made better decisions and all that." I said, "Oh, that's nice and stuff." It was a decent conversation, and he was talking about how his ex and somebody's ex and all this stuff, and I said, "Oh," I said, "Oh," and talking about he looking for somebody new. I said, "Well, I hope you find somebody." You know what I mean? It ain't me, because you're still too young for me. I don't want to talk to nobody that's way younger than me. Talking to somebody that's super younger than me, like in their 30s, that's too young. I'm old. I'm crypt keeper old. I'm a I'm almost a vampire myself. Now ain't no two shifts passing in the night. I ain't got nothing in common with somebody that's 30, 32, 33 years old. We ain't got nothing in common. You still probably doing all kind of crazy shit. I need somebody who's ready to lay down and close their eyes and go to sleep. That's what I need. I don't want nobody that's running around, gonna try to toss me around like a rag doll around the room. I already been through that, and that was hell. Let me tell you. I already been through that. That was the most hellish 2 weeks of my life, talking to somebody in their 20s. That was hell. I'll never do that again. I think he was 20, 27 or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was hell. It was a hellish 2 weeks of my life. I will never do that again. Okay? I don't want to talk to nobody. I need somebody that knows what nap time means. Like go to sleep. We go to sleep in the middle of the afternoon because our bones hurt. You know what I mean? I need somebody that at least got one piece of one part of their body hurts sometimes, like their hip hurt. Not that they can't walk, because I don't want to take care of you and all that. I don't want to do all that. Now I'm too young. I'm young and old at the same time. I don't want to be helping you with your ailment. But if you got like a little bit of hurt, you got a little bit of hurt in your hip, just a teeny, like a little pinch. I need somebody with a little pinch of pain, like an old person pain, like they got, so we can agree on stuff, so we can be like, we be at a party, and a party that we really didn't want to go to, but we went to it anyway, and then you be like, my hip's starting to hurt. I'd be like, oh yeah, my back's starting to hurt. Well, maybe we should leave this party. That's what I need in my life. I need common problems, okay? Common problem. A common problem person. We both got something, an ailment that is wrong. Something is wrong there, okay? Not too many. I want you on medication. Now, if you're on a whole bunch of medication, then stay away from me. I don't need all that. But yeah, young people, leave me alone. I am not young. I don't want to be around young dudes, and I don't want to be bothered with that. I'm old. I like to lay down, take a nap. You know. Mhm. Yeah, I need to go to sleep and stuff. I don't want to be running around like a rag doll, and I don't want you texting me all night, all day, and all this. I don't want all that. Don't be doing that to me. I'm a real old person. You know what I mean? I'm old, but I don't go to church. You know what I mean? I don't go to church, and I'm not that kind of old. I'm not that old yet, where I'm putting on my pantyhose and a skirt, trying to get to church on a Sunday and Bible study on the Wednesday. I'm not that kind of old. I'm medium old. You know, medium old. I don't want to. I don't even want to dress too old. You know what I mean? I don't even want to. I don't want to give off that vibe that I'm so old. You know. Did you eat dinner? Yeah, I had Philly cheesesteak. Hey Savage, how you doing? I had Philly cheesesteak. It was good. I made that. I made that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to be around somebody older, but I don't want no old man in my life either. You know, somebody that look like my daddy or something. I don't want that either. No, I can't date nobody that's 60. You know what I mean? Even though I'm close around there, I don't want nobody 60 years old. You know what I mean? Cause we ain't gonna get along at all. You too old for me. I ain't got time for that. You know, I don't want nobody that old. But shout out to all y'all women out there who dating these old men, okay? Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all doing the work of God. And you gonna be blessed. You gonna be blessed for your contribution to the world. You know what I mean? You know, good for you guys. Good for you. I can't do it. You know, I can't. I don't want. I ain't got. Why did it do that to me? I am so sick of YouTube. You hear from me now? What you? Hey Nay, how you doing? Purr. Yeah. So, you know, what happened to the guy you met him the second time? I didn't take it no further. I just was, I listened to him say I changed his life, and that was it. It didn't go no further. That's it. I said, oh, well, that's nice. Blah 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 blah. And that's it. That's it. I'm too old. You know, I got crow's feet on the back of my eyes. I got crow's feet. I'm starting to get old lady moles on my nose. I'm getting old lady. I got new moles coming in. When you getting old, when you start to get new moles all down here, all around your face and cheek and stuff. So I'm starting to get that. Hey, Cookie, how you doing? Keep your options open. No, I don't want to keep my options open like that. I don't want to keep my options open and be talking to some old dude. You know, I can't imagine laying next to an old man. I just can't do that. I just can't, because somebody like my grandpa or something. I ain't got time for that. Everything's going great. I was telling them I had some tea. Some man tried to hit me up on Snapchat from 6 years ago because he seen me on a live stream. And Snapchat allowed him to leave a message on my phone. I don't even know how that happened. How can somebody leave a message on my phone through Snapchat? Snapchat, you got some answering to do. At first I thought it was a jail call. I thought somebody called me from jail. I said, who the hell number is this? They calling me from jail or something? I thought it was somebody from jail. Because don't nobody call me. I don't get phone calls. Don't nobody call me like that. So I'm not a phone call receiver. I'm not a person you can call, to be honest. I'm the worst kind of person to be on your list of people that you would want to talk to on the phone, because I don't answer phone calls, because I think most of them are spam or scam calls, so I don't answer the phone. I'm not a phone call person. Yeah, me. I don't do. Did you skip breakfast? No, I didn't skip no breakfast and lunch. I didn't eat lunch. I did have breakfast. I had a French toast stick, sausage, and eggs, and that's it. That was breakfast. And then all day I didn't have nothing. And then I ate dinner around what's it now? Around 7. I had dinner and that was it. No, I don't put myself out there to do it, to do no dating. I don't do that. Mm-mm. All these people are crazy. You have people that are beating people up. You know, a lot of people don't like the person they dating. You know what I mean? So why put yourself through all that? What do you mean I'm acting strange? You think I'm acting strange? Why? You think I ain't ate nothing? I had a Philly cheesesteak. It was good. But yeah, so I don't do all that. I don't need the people, the quality of people out here today is not great, to be honest. It's not great. I've heard some stories. I've seen some videos. Did you have pizza for lunch? No, I didn't have no lunch. No lunch. Just breakfast and dinner. I really didn't eat dinner, to be honest, but I had dinner. I didn't eat that much. I just had one sandwich, some fries, and a drink, and that's it. It wasn't a lot of food, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, the dating pool sucks. These people are horrible counterparts. You know, they come with their glass half empty. Mental fatigue. Carlos, what are you talking about? I don't get no mental fatigue. I'm doing great, Sarah. How you doing? Um uh yeah, the dating pool out here is horrible. The people out here dating people, I feel so sorry for them. Okay, I feel so sorry for the women out here dating, men out here dating. The dating pool is strange and crazy. I hear all the stories. You know, people getting ditched on the date. Uh, people want you to go home and have sex with them after they done brought an appetizer. Like I just had some bang bang shrimp. Now you want a bang bang? I don't know what Carlos is talking about. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. But yeah, so the dating pool is crazy out here. What do you mean I'm acting strange? What are you talking about? Are you okay? Have you eaten today? Have you had something to eat? I don't think you ate today, Carlos. You get off of here and you get you something to eat. Okay? I don't know what's going on with you. I'm fine. Yeah, dating pool sucks. So if you out here dating, be careful with yourself. Be careful not to waste your time with some of these people. Okay? You ain't had bang bang strip before, Will? It's good. They sell it at what's it called? Bonefish restaurant. Hey, Sophia, how you doing? Bang Bang Shrimp is at Bonefish. Take your date to Bonefish and get you some Bang Bang Shrimp. It's good. Now, granted, I went to Bonefish and I made a terrible mistake. I did not eat all day, and I went to go to an exercise group, an exercise class, and I didn't eat. By the time I got to the Bonefish, they went to Bonefish a couple hours afterwards. I went to Bonefish, sat down, I ordered the food. I drank alcohol as my first thing. Bad mistake. When my food came out, by the time my food came out, I was so just 2 bites and I was nauseous after 2 bites. So take it from me, do not exercise and drink liquor afterwards, or try to eat something afterwards. You need to decompress or eat a little something before you go exercise or something. I was so sick. Oh, you talking about sick? I had to run to the bathroom and was sick as a dog. So don't be like me. I don't know what I was thinking. I had a jalapeno margarita. Bad choice. Bad choice. Bad choice. But shout out to Bonefish. It's good. As long as you drink responsibly. Yeah. But go out there, Big Wheel, go to Bonefish, have you a good time, go take somebody on a date. Preferably that's mature. All you gotta do is pick you a mature person to date. I know that sounds difficult, but find you somebody that's in the books, somebody read literature, read books. Will you date a 70-year-old man? 70? I don't know about that. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say respectfully, no. 70 is too old for me. 70 too old, Carlos. That's too old. Your aunt is giving birth to your cousin. At this hour? I can't date nobody 70. When you get past 50, your skin starts to, your skin don't be right. They always say your body is starting to rot. And I don't think I can handle that. A 70-year-old, I don't know about that. You 75. Dang, you got your mind together too. That's good. That's good that you got your mind together. You know what I mean? Because 75 is different in all cases. There's a 75 that can't barely move, and then there's a 75 that be running marathons. Hey, what you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm just doing the 25K this weekend. You doing 25K? Didn't you do that last weekend? Yeah, I did that last weekend. I'm gonna do it this weekend too. I gotta keep myself up. You got that 70-year-old, and then you got the one that bent over. Can't hardly move. I don't know. I guess it depends. You could be 70 and in damn good shape. So, it just depends. Long as you ain't telling me war stories about when you was a kid. Well, in 1902, I was marching down the field of no return over in the Middle East, And I seen my buddy get shot and killed about 10 times. And then he rose up and got shot again. And then I cried. And then he rose up and got shot and I cried. I can't listen to those sad stories. You know what I mean? I can't listen to those sad stories. So, as long as you ain't telling me no sad story, as long as you don't tell me what you know about that song. What you know about that song? That's what older people like to, mess with you. Well, what you know about that song? How you know that song? Sir, I got the internet. I know plenty of songs. My grandpa used to listen to all kinds of songs. Now, one of my cousins, she married an older man. I heard he just passed away, but I haven't. I can't confirm that at all, really. But I heard he passed away. But he was older. He was in his 80 something, and she about I don't know how old she is, early 40s or something, and her husband was 80 something years old. I said, I can't do it, but she did it. She married an 80-year-old man. They had a good life, I guess. I don't know. I didn't inquire. You practice judo. You practice judo. Damn. That's what I'm talking about. Carlos over here practicing judo at 75 years old. You know what? That's good. That's a good thing. Okay. Carlos said I can still toss somebody around today. That's what Carlos telling everybody. Because when people say they can do judo, that means they can throw bodies around. They can throw bodies around twice they size. You so happy for her to have a baby. I'm happy for her. She happy to have the baby too. Yeah, when somebody say they can do judo or martial arts, if somebody say they could do some type of martial arts, they could toss you around like a rag doll. Now, I don't want to be tossed around like a rag doll. That's too much going on for me. I'm laid back. I don't want to be tossed around like that. But shout out to all the women that like to get tossed around, like not violently, not in the name of domestic violence, but they like to get tossed around by these dudes that got these athletical ability. They got these athletical abilities. Shout out to all the women who enjoyed that kind of stuff. But I'm too old. I need somebody that's gonna sit down on the porch. Sit down and drink your lemonade and let's look at something outside. Let's look at something outside and drink lemonade on the porch. That's it. That's all I need. You know what I mean? I need somebody that's ready to sit down and sit on that porch and drink that tea, lemonade or something. And that's it. But anyway, I need to sip of my drink. Now I'm waiting on my headphones to charge so I can walk on my treadmill. I think that helps me sleep at night. Walking on the treadmill before I go to bed, it helps me sleep. It helps me, decompress now that I'm doing it on a regular basis. Have I lost any weight? I don't know. Probably not. But I've been doing it every day. I didn't do it yesterday because I didn't have time. But because I was working, I was doing some crazy stuff at work. But walking on the treadmill eases your mind. And, hey, I know how you doing. Well, I practice Kari Kozen Judo. What is Kozen Judo? I can't be doing no judo, Carlos. I got two bad knees. My knees, um, my knees need to be wrapped up in saran wrap or something. I need to get a mummified bandage to mummify my kneecaps. You know what I mean? My kneecaps ain't where they need to be. It would be an honor. Yeah, I had to look into it to see if my knees can handle that. Carlos, doing some judo. I've always thought in the back of my mind that I am a martial artist. To be honest, I mean, I don't mean to tell y'all my stuff, but in the back of my mind, all my life, I've been a Bruce Lee. I've been an IP man my whole entire life. You know what I mean? I've been there. I can't do it at this moment, but in my mind, I've always been athletic, judo, kickboxer, karate, whatever. I've been all of that. Call me black belt. Okay? I've been that. I think I would be good at martial arts because I have the drive. I have the motivation. You know what I mean? I ain't like other people. I got that motivation to karate kick anybody upside the head, and kick them into oblivion. I don't care. I've watched a lot of martial arts movies. I watched Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bloodsport. I watch all of that. I know what to do. Okay? I know what to do. I just need training so I won't kill nobody. That's the only reason why I need a little bit of training. Just a tad bit. So I won't kill, somebody. You know what I mean? I gotta keep these weapons under control. I don't want to kill nobody out here in these streets. So, I just need the training to control my my weapons right here. I'm not gonna say my legs are weapons because I got a bad knee. I got bad knees. So, I had to get my knees fixed. When the last you changed your bra? What the hell you talking about? When the last time you changed yours? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna try, Carlos. I'm gonna try the karate, the judo. I'll let you know if they let me in the class. Because I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure these are crazy weapons. My hands, they are weapons. What's your music playlist like when you're walking on the treadmill? Good question. I got a. Why would it be yes to that question? Well, look, somebody may say yes. Anyway, my playlist for when I'm on the treadmill, I just started walking on the treadmill, so give me some time to develop a good playlist. But right now, it is Donnell Jones, John B, a little bit of Tony Braxton, some what is that? Red Hot Chili Peppers, some Cypress Hill, Boss, some MC8. You know that what is that? What is that album? Menace to Society. Menace to Society soundtrack. All of that. I listen to that kind of stuff when I'm doing my thing. My cousin's younger than me. Will you date him? Who the hell your cousin? And how old is your cousin? Yeah, I like all of that. I like R&B when I'm on the thing. I don't need to listen. I don't listen. He's 70. Carlos. You 75. You talking about your cousin younger than just 1 year? Lord have mercy. All I know is I listen to a variety of music. I'm an MTV kid. And, I grew up on MTV, so, and BET. And I listen to a lot of music. You know what? I was in my AOL era, and I was just talking to all kind of random dudes all the time on AOL. AOL was a crazy era back then when we were just talking to strangers all over the internet. And I didn't meet him in person, but I talked to a truck driver online for a long time, for like a couple months. And then my birthday came up, and he said, I could have got killed or anything. That man could have lured me somewhere. I probably would have went too. Who knows? I don't know. But he said, oh, it's your birthday. Let me send you something. What's something you want? I said, well, I said I want that John B CD, the new one. And he said, John B, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, this man ain't gonna send that. He ain't gonna send that new John B CD, Pleasures You Like. And I looked at the mail one day and bam! He had sent me John B. And he sent me something else. I think it was Snoop Dogg. Something else came out around that time. I can't remember what it was. But he sent me 2 CDs. I said, oh, I was so happy. Teddy Swims. Is that? I don't know. He sing gospel. I don't know who that is. But he sent me those 2 CDs. I was so excited. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God. Some stranger from the internet sent me some CDs. That was so neat. That was so funny. I said, oh my God, I am really special. But I used to wear that CD out. That John B. Pleasures You Like. I played that on repeat every day. And I had a CD changer in the back trunk of my car, a 12 disc CD changer, and so I put that in my rotation. I was listening to that all the time. I love that album. He did a good job. And what's his name? Justin Timberlake. I used to love Justin Timberlake album. That Justified, Cry Me a River. When that album came out, I said, oh, ain't nobody listening to this. Oh man, he had some hits on there. That Cry Me a River, that Senorita, I used to listen to that all the time. I love me some Justin Timberlake. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. He kind of fell off. I don't know, but I used to love me some Justin Timberlake. Yeah, Pretty Girl. There you go, Will. I used to love that song. Now, you know who I used to really like? I used to love Keith Sweat. I still like Keith Sweat songs. But people used to complain that he whined all the time. But I found me somebody else who also be crying and stuff, and that's Carl Thomas. I love Carl Thomas' whole album. I listen to that album. When I'm going through breakups, these people piss me off, and I broke up with them. That's the album I go to. I have a playlist called I Hate Him. That's my playlist. It's called I Hate Him. And every time I leave these relationships, I listen to that playlist over and over again until I snap back into myself. You know what I mean? I listen to that for a couple of days, and then I'm over it. I'm like, yeah, it's time to switch off from this playlist and go to my regular stuff. I'm over it now. Let me gather my thoughts and get myself together. It takes me about 3 days to get over somebody. Now I'm done. Now it's totally out of my system. It's like I never met you. I had no idea who the hell you are anymore. But that's my playlist. I hate him playlist, and but I like to listen to John B. Cause John B got a song called "Don't Cry Lonely Girl." Don't cry lonely girl. I listen to that. And then Neo, even though Neo is crazy right now, he got a song on his album called what is it called? The Year of the Gentleman. That album. I listened to a few songs on there. He got a song about woman crying or something. I listened to that on my I Hate Him playlist, and just a lot of Carl Thomas, John B, and Joe your man can't be like me or something, whatever that song is. I listened to that 3 days hardcore. I listened to that, and then I turn it off. I only play that when it's breakup time. When it's breakup time, that's when them songs come out. That's when they're useful. You know what I mean? And then I started off with Joe, and then I ended with Madonna. What's that song called? She got a song about men. What is that song called? Madonna got a good song about men. I don't know what it's called. She got a song called it's on the album the album Bedtime Stories. It's on that album. She got a song about men. I end my playlist with that. Yeah, it's a rough 3 days, but I get through it. You know, I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior when it comes to this breakup stuff. I'm a warrior. I get back in the game 3 days later. Now I could, get back in the game the same day. I'm adaptable. I can adapt nowadays. I probably don't have to do a 3 day. I could do I break up with you at lunch, and then I'd be back on to something else by the evening. You know what I mean? I'd be talking to somebody else by 5 o'clock. Kenny Lattimore. Oh yeah, I like that song. But see, that's a wedding song. But my songs are more geared towards, hurt, pain, suffering. Hurt, pain, and suffering, and then I get over it. And then, take me about a day now. If I really hate you, I break up with you by 12 noon, I'll be talking to somebody else by 1:30. If I really am disgusted with you, like you really just, there's no turning back. There's no turning around. I'm just so disgusted. By 1:30, I could talk to somebody else. Because you got to keep your roster fresh and open, just in case somebody F up. And that can happen. Somebody mess up, you gotta make sure you got option B, C, D, and E at all times. I got a friend. She talked to 5 men at one time, 5 of them, all at once. I ain't gonna say her name because one of y'all might be her man out here. But she talked to 5 of them at once. She got a couple. She got a different man in each state. Because she because when one of them ain't acting right, she go talk to the next one. That's what women do nowadays. They don't wait on you to fix yourself. If you ain't acting right, they got a plan B, waiting to take your seat. These women nowadays, they ain't waiting. As soon as you act up, they talking to somebody else. Within the hour, within the minute. Okay, so don't ever get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. That's true. It's true, Carlos, though. Charlie Wilson. Charlie Wilson, you are. I don't know that song. Or do I? I don't know that song. Do I know that song? I might know that song. But I like, what's that song by Atlantic Star? Is it Atlantic Star Crew? Hell, I don't know. Is it Atlantic Star? I don't know. But, I like a lot of old music. I'm an old person, so I like old music and stuff like that. Not too old, but, old enough. I love Michael Jackson's, that's also on my playlist. Michael Jackson, Lady of My Life. For a long time, I thought he was saying Lady of My Life. But Michael Jackson's Lady of My Life. I love that song. I love that song. So when I'm breaking up, I listen to that on my playlist too. Until I get my my mind, my thoughts back together. It's kind of crazy though, but to have a breakup playlist, but I'm pretty sure I am not the only one that got this playlist. I'm pretty sure a lot of people got breakup, Spotify playlist, or I got Apple. Oh, 702, boom like an 808. Is that them? I used to love 702, TLC, all those women empowerment bands. I don't know what happened to the women though. We had so many songs. Don't let a scrub ride in your car. Don't he better pay your bills. We had all the women empowerment songs and all this kind of stuff, and then the women just didn't take the advice. I don't know what happened. But I used to listen to all those songs, all the women empowerment songs to help you. I mean, some of it helps, some of it. Oh, Black, yes. Oh, where my girls at? Yeah, okay, now I know what you're talking about. I used to love that group Black. I used to love them. I used to love how they would do their hair and stuff. I thought they were so cute and neat. I loved all them groups back then. Now my cousin, she used to love Janet, boy. She was a Janet fan. And when Janet came out and Missy Elliott came out with that freak nasty CD or whatever, my cousin was the first one to get that freaky stuff. Oh, guess what I got? I'm like, what you got? I got that new Missy Elliott. I said, oh, damn, you got that already? Yeah, I got it. Let's listen to it. We listened to the whole album. We listened to that whole album. And when she had that Janet, the Velvet Rope CD, we listened to that. That's a good album. We would have listening parties at her house. We just sit over there, listen to the whole CD, do our hair and stuff like that. That's what we used to do back in the day. Listen to the whole CD, and we like, oh man, this is a good CD. I don't think young girls do that kind of stuff anymore. Sit at each other's house, do each other's hair, and listen to a whole album, a whole body of work, a whole album or something. I don't think they do that at all. I think they just talk crazy to each other on social media, and that's about it. But we used to go to each other's house and do hair and do each other nails. Oh yeah, I had that Waiting to Exhale. I had all the movie soundtracks. What you talking about? But my favorite was Menace to Society. That was the best. Hands down, that was the best soundtrack. And what was a runner-up? A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. That soundtrack. all the black movie soundtracks were fire back then. All of them, we was in our bag back then and around them days. Hello, Liliana, how you doing? Back in the day when black movies came out back then, we used to we used to want to have more and more black movies, but we had way more black movies back then than we do now. Back then, we was banging them out. It was one after another, it started with, what is it, Denzel, that Denzel movie, The Blue Dress or something. It's called Blue Dress or something. Then you had the Prince movies come out. Them Prince movies, that Prince, Purple Rain. That's a good damn movie, okay? Purple Rain, that was a good movie. The soundtrack was good, all that. Yeah, The Preacher's Wife. I mean, we was banging them, we was shooting them movies out like, I don't know what. It was one after another. Every time you turn around, a black movie was coming out. Do the Right Thing, Friday, House Party 1, House Party 2, President's Day, Training Day, Boys to Men, Boys in the Hood, don't drink your juice without drinking it. Some crazy movie, and then all the scary movies that the Wayans families did, and we was coming out with a movie every month. Black people was coming out with a movie every month. Love and Basketball, all the romantic black movies that we had, all of those. We had so many movies back then, and now hardly none. There are hardly any black movies at all these days. Hey, Jay. There ain't hardly any black movies now. I barely see any. We had so many back then. That's why I know things was getting better years and years ago. It was starting to get better, and then somewhere along the line, it started to reverse, and things started to get worse for black actors and black movies and stuff like that. But back then, they had Taraji P. Henson and everything. She was in every movie. She was in all the black movies. Her, Regina, all of them, Sanaya Lathan, all of them was in every single movie. They was in all the movies. Nia Long, Halle Berry, all of them was in all the black